Hello and welcome back to my channel. I've had a few people ask, how do you deal with it after you find out that you have cancer or HPV? And it's sort of an individual thing, and it sort of depends on how you handle stressful situations, because one thing it is very much so is stressful. And some people have no problems and they just deal with it one step at a time. For me, I did a lot of crying in the beginning and then just sort of got my determination. I'm stubborn and determined. And I just pulled through it. And I said, okay, what do I need to do? And I tried to stay in focus and try to figure out what do I need to do in order to get better and to get through everything. It's a long road. And one thing that can help you is if you have any pets. And this is my dog, and he can provide a lot of love, companionship, but he also can provide some sort of distraction. One of the things that can be helpful is to distract yourself. It's very common to sort of get in a little bit of a depressed state because all of it is just so heavy, and you might not want to really do things that you find enjoyable. Like if you like to read, you might not want to read, or your favorite movie, you just don't feel like watching it anymore. It's not going out of the house and hanging out with friends maybe. And having a dog or a cat makes you have to do something. You have to get up. You have to feed them. If you have a cat, you have to scoop their litter box. A dog, you have to take them out for walks. It makes you have to pay attention to something else. Some people will go and try to do hobbies. If they already have a hobby, just dive into that. Find a new hobby. One of the things that's good to do is to lower stress levels. Stress levels and high levels of stress, especially for long periods of time, can really increase your cortisol levels, and that can decrease your immunity. After you find out you have HPV or cancer, you really want to increase your body's natural immunity, and reducing your stress is a great way to do that. A lot of people always tell you to meditate, and I don't know if you're like me, but I have a really hard time meditating. Just sitting there in the quiet, closing your eyes and doing the breathing and mindfulness and all that stuff. It's hard to do, but they say to keep at it and it will get easier. And I know with me, I have 2 kids and I have a dog and a cat, and trying to sit there and being quiet with mommy, oh, the dog needs to go outside, can be a little bit hectic and a little bit crazy. But the best time I found was either in the beginning of the day or at the end of the day before you go to bed. Another thing that you can do to increase your immunity is to eat better and to exercise. Both of those things can greatly increase your body's natural immunity. Exercise stimulates your white blood cells. Are you eating the correct foods? Fruits and vegetables greatly increase your body's ability to take care of itself and to heal naturally. You might have to cut out some foods. Some of the worst foods you can be eating is sugar, everybody's favorite, but really need to cut out that sugar. Gluten. A lot of people nowadays are addicted to gluten and glutinous foods like pasta and breads and things like that, but they also cause a lot of inflammation in your body and also can impede your body's ability to heal. And some people will say to get different types of treatments, like maybe acupuncture, and there's something called an acupressure mat. And I found that I got one of those, and I would lay on it before I go to bed because afterwards it makes me a little sleepy. And also it's supposed to increase your circulation and increase your immunity. And the acupressure mat is just a mat that has these like white discs on them. The white discs have things that stick up, and they're like little tiny points. And you lay down on that, and you're supposed to do it on a bare skin. And you lay on it for about 15-20 minutes, and then you get up. My husband tried it, and he laid down on it, and he said no, and he got up instantly because it doesn't feel the greatest, but afterwards you definitely feel something's different going on. So that can help lowers cortisol levels. That's also beneficial for you in that way. Try to take your mind off of it any way that you can. Try to stay positive. Overall, I'm not a positive person. I tend to err on the side of negative, but just trying to stay positive. Try to have some kind of positivity that, yes, your treatments are going to work. Yes, it is going to get out of my body. Eventually, over time, after treatments are done and after you're told that you have no sign of disease, also known as NED, it's a long road. It will get better. It will get easier. That doesn't mean you won't have bad days. It doesn't mean that there aren't points that are harder than others. Take it one day at a time. You'll have backslides. That is normal. Just don't dwell on the negative. Think positively. It's over. Move on. Are there any ways that you deal with stressful situations? How did you cope with finding out that you had cancer? Let us know and let's share. Let's get through this together because, like I always said, you're not alone. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and I hope that you have a great week. And my daughter just brought my cat, in case you'd like to see her. This is my cat. She's not very photogenic because she's very black. Oh, hello, baby. She was a rescue from Kuwait. The breeder didn't like her because she got sick, so he gave her up. And she came to the United States, and I was able to adopt her from a rescue place. Well, now you get to see my dog and my cat. Well, thank you for your time. I hope you have a great week, and until then, take care. And remember, you're not alone.